You gotta want it.
You talk about this being a valley thing. What I think is a valley thing is your parents telling you, don't waste your time on that. Don't be doing that. My dad used to tell me that when I used to pick up a skateboard and I'd be like, I'm just going to go skate. My dad was like, why are you wasting your time on skateboard?
I know,
you should be
right?
playing soccer or something like that. And you were seeing my skateboard here just now in the living room.
So,
I'm like, bro,
oh, God.
I bought it just because I can
Yeah.
now,
Of
like
course.
the things that I wanted when I was younger and I didn't have money for.
Yeah.
I'm like, shoot, now I can do it. And I'm grateful that we can. And I think a lot of the times, parents, they mean well, but it's like, let your kids express themselves creatively however they want to do it. Now you're an adult. Now nobody can tell you no. The only thing, like you said, that will hold you back would be you work full time, you have all these responsibilities.
Yeah.
Thankfully, you're still able to make it happen.
Yeah.
But dude, at the end of the day, like, it is what makes us happy. Let us do it,
Man.
Blink 182. I think
God.
it was Mark Hoppus. He said in an interview, he's like, it honestly feels good to be able to tell your parents, I told you so, which is crazy, right? And it's not to say every single band is gonna make it, because they're not.
Yeah.
But if what you're doing is what makes you happy,
I know,
dude, who are you hurting? Nobody.
I know.
By all means.
Isn't that crazy? You're right. We don't do enough of it, man. We've got to make time.
Yeah.
And I think we're just so caught up in this rat race, man, of doing things. And look, I've never really been one to compare myself to other people. I've very much always just stayed in my lane and always just kept busy. And people are like, man, like, when are you gonna like find a girlfriend? When are you gonna get married, man? Like, you gotta,
like, if you could just
have kids.
Like, if you could just go to the store and
yeah,
find a
exactly.
girlfriend,
Well, let me go do that this weekend, and it'll be good. Like, it's like, look, like, I'm just doing my things, right? And if it happens, then it happens. I don't. For the longest time, I felt like I was doing all these things to compensate for the fact that, I didn't have a girlfriend or I wasn't married, and I very, very recently came to the conclusion that, no, actually, I just do a million different things because I'm just a naturally ambitious person. And it has nothing to do with like insecurities or anything of that nature. Actually, quite the opposite. I think the fact that I am self-aware, I'm able to like do all these things.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's good. I think that's important, because at the end of the day, it's like, whether you have somebody or not, like a significant other, a girlfriend or wife, whatever, you should still be reaching you should still try to reach your full potential.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if not, what a waste. It's a shame.
It is. It really is. And let me tell you, what's that whole thing? I'm going to totally butcher it. Like, we only use like 20% of our brains or whatever that stupid thing is.
Yeah.
Back to your potential. Dude, I don't think people are aware of their own potential. I think people are not even operating at like a 10% potential. That's a valley thing. Yeah. That is something that I've seen here, right? Like, where it's like, oh, like, we couldn't get interviews at these companies or at these banks because like we didn't go to like the Ivy Leagues and stuff like that. And it's like, no, like, you can, right? And I think the biggest issue is hearing. It's not so much like being bad dealing with rejection or hearing no. It's give me a solution, right? That's always been the thing. It's like death and taxes are the only things that there's no workaround for. So when I hear no for anything else, I'm like, no, there's more to it, right? If there's A and B, create a C and a D, right? There's solutions, there's workarounds. Like, your potential, I think people just try and then just give up almost immediately, right?
That's fair.
And it's like, no, like, I'm going to read this 1,000 times and I'm going to bang my head against the wall 10,000 times until I understand this. You know, I feel like that's one way to unlock that potential. Other people are just naturally super talented, naturally super intelligent. I'm not that person. I have to just, unfortunately, the amount of effort I have to put in is just an extraordinary amount in order to get those results, right?